background check for lease. So when it comes to leasing, is there any resources available at the state level, at the county level, that can be used to do a solid background check? And the answer is yes. What we did at sheriffsdepartment.net is we have taken all 50 states and found official resources the public has access to. I'm going to go ahead and use Georgia for this example. Most states will have a very similar process, except for a couple, but mostly it's going to be very similar to what I'm about to show you. You have your essentials when it comes to background checks, and pretty much when it comes to anything. You have court records. You can check the recorder's office, and this will have like documents related to typically real estate and things like that. You have criminal records, driving records, depending on what the background check is for. You could do a business lookup or a professional license lookup if something needs to be verified. Somebody's job, maybe somebody's business needs to be verified. You can make sure that there's actual legit license or a legit LLC or C Corp or whatever it is with the state. And then you have your sexual offender registry. So let's take a look at court records here and criminal records. So with Georgia, they have a very simple process here. It's a name, date of birth, and a credit card, and you're able to run a background check for $15. Most states will have something similar to this. Some of them will be a little more complicated. Sometimes you'll need special forms for permission from the person you're pulling the background check on. Sometimes it's as simple as just a name. You have different options depending on what the background check is for. So look at the page and the requirements each state has for whatever you're doing the background check for. Also, court records, you're able to look at criminal information. Anytime somebody shows up in front of a judge, if it's for a speeding ticket or if it's for a major felony, a court record is created anytime they go see a judge. And what court records are considered public information, so you're able to look at criminal records also through the court system on top of civil. So these could be small claims. This could be lots of different things. Financials could also get involved in the civil court. And we're going to take a look at the court system really quick here, specifically when it comes to leasing. And what you have in each state is you have your lower level courts, which municipal as an example. This is just city level court. Maybe they'll give out some parking tickets, some citations, and then you have for instance like Superior Court, and this is maybe more organized at the county level, and they'll deal with more serious things like felonies, maybe some maybe civil matters, juvenile domestic relations, estate. Like civil court as an example here does it looks like they have two counties here that do they have a specific court that just deals with civil records, and then everything gets pushed up to all the way to the Supreme Court. So if they don't make a decision, or they can't get a decision, or they don't like the decision at the lower level courts, they'll appeal it up. And for instance, for example, for lease type of background checks, maybe a specific records are more important, like evictions. And so in the state of Georgia, the state court will deal with evictions. So you definitely want to make sure you look into the database for state court, or in whatever state you're doing this search, and figure out what court deals with evictions. And if you scroll up here, each court, we have a little explanation what they deal with. And then if there is an online search option, we'll give you the online search link. If there isn't an online search option, we'll give you an explanation of how else you can go about obtaining records from that particular court. So what I'll do is I'll drop a link in the description Click on that or just type sheriffsdepartment.net in your browser and get started.